Good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, touching base with you as I always do when I'm not in the middle of traveling. But today I say I have some time to spend with you. Okay, let me get this all straight here. Oh, sorry about that. Computer got a little crazy, and there we go. Let me pull this back a little bit. There we go. So that way we don't have tilt. There we go. Okay, so how are you guys doing? I hope all is well. And yeah, I am. I do believe I am here. Hannah is the first person in the building as usual. Hannah is here. She says, "Good morning. Good morning, Ron. What's going on?" Let me also put on to the Instagrammers because the Instagrammers are with me all the time these days. And it's been interesting. I have to tell you, this whole traveling thing is no joke. It's good, but it's a lot of moving pieces, and but it's so worth it. It is so worth it. I've been taking so many amazing photos, meeting so many cool people along the way, and also spending time with my friends. After this, I'm meeting another friend, and we're hanging out this evening, doing dinner. I've still got to reach out to my other friend who I forgot her. Well, anyway, we'll work on that. So making sure that happens. But yes, so how are you all doing? How are you all doing? Oh, thank you, Omar. Happy belated birthday. Omar's in the building with the silver with happy belated birthday. And I see also in with the bronze this morning is our wonderful Lisa. She has, hey Ron, hope you enjoyed it your birthday. It was unbelievable. It was a beautiful day yesterday, and I got to walk around the Notre Dame area, which is one one of my favorite areas of the city, and lots of shops, lots of people, lots of lots of like I said, Paris is one of these cities that whatever direction you look in is a picture. And so it was absolutely, sometimes it's overwhelming because there's so many places to photograph and so many things to photograph. You have old architecture, new architecture, combination of old and new. Then you have old streets and new streets and combination of the two. Then you have a robust um, elderly population here where people are on the move. They are not like sitting around doing nothing. These folks are busy. They're climbing the steps, the stairs. They are doing their thing. They are living their lives. And I arrived here on Sunday, which was very quiet and it was raining as well. We got some rain on Sunday. And it was hard to make out what this neighborhood looked like. And it turns out that I made a good decision. But at first, I thought, "Oh my gosh, I made a bad decision. What's going on in this neighborhood? It is totally dead." But then I forgot that how Paris is. People live elsewhere; they work here. But it's a working neighborhood, like a working where offices are. So I am staying in a hotel that is dedicated to a photographer, the first female reporter photographer in France. And I say how if I can say the word right, it's Nepisi, Nepisi, that if I'm saying it right. And and her father also, she's a she's a cousin of the same last name person that created a certain type of camera. The first one of the first images on paper recorded. So it is the only living, I should say, the only, yeah, it's in a museum, the living oldest photo on paper. So it's really interesting that I ended up finding this place. And throughout the hallway and the lobby are photos of hers in between some of the rooms, downstairs in the lobby, entry area. She was an awesome photographer. Let me just get Janie, I think Jaine, and Niepesi. Okay, I hope I'm saying it right. And okay, Antonio says, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour back to you, salut. And I see Lisa says, what arrondissement district have you been to already? Which is your favorite? That's a good question. I've been to, let me get the little map on the board so I can show you where I've been. First, I've been to Paris several times. This is the third time on my birthday, and but it seems like it's warmer than I was here for my birthday last. No, it seems warmer. And well, let me get the map up for you all, and that way you can see what Paris looks like on by map. So I'm just not rattling on, but we can follow together. And that's always a good thing. And let's go with maps. Du-du-du-du-du-du. Okay, so and okay, here we go. This is the best way to do this. And I am in I do believe the 14th district or the 14th um area 14. I always just call them by the areas to say area 14, but they do have number names. And I'm not sure if the Google Maps is going to show. Oh, sorry, this is not even Google Maps. Microsoft, I don't like their map system. Let me go to Google Paris map. Google, see if that says. Is this the Google map? This is my Google map. Okay, I think this is. No, this is this new map. Okay, hold on, folks. I am going to get a Google map up on the screen because that one I have notes in as well. So, and oh, I got so carried away. I forgot about my Instagram, folks. Sorry about that, y'all. Let me get them first. And let me get them in here. Instagrammers, so they know we're here. And if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like so people know that we are here. And so there we go. Instagrammers are now logged in. Okay, let's see if they come on the board. And I think we're there. There we go. Okay, excellent. Okay, excellent. The Instagrammers are here too. Okay, so now let's go to the Google Maps because Microsoft Bing, love you, but you don't have a good map system. Not like Google Maps. And Google Maps is so much better. And go. And there we go. Because Google actually puts the districts in. Okay, there we are. Now, okay, now I can take you along with me as I talk about it. Thank you. That's a good question, Miss Lisa. And let me see what else is in here. Let me see if I go on. One of the most, Anthony says, one of the most picturesque cities in the world. My other favorite city is Florence. I've never been to Florence. And I see here, eh, Lisa says, and remember, a croissant a day keeps you happy. Food here keeps you happy. Every day when you're eating, you're just happy. And I am pleased to tell you, I've been running straight since I arrived into Europe, and I have lost a pound or two, maybe two. My belt size is changing, so I'm excited about that. Um, Anthony says France is also celebrating 200 years of photography this year. What this is the other reason why I like France and really Paris is that the Parisians love photography. and they love expressing through photography. And a lot of the shops, in the banks, in the corporate offices, there's lots of photography, like this hotel. I mean, this hotel is celebrating a photographer, and the street that this is on is also named after the photographer. Well, the descendant of the photographer. So it's just interesting that Paris is about photography, about the arts. I just went to the Musée. Am I gonna say it right? Musée d'Oreille. Sorry. I messed up. d'Oreille. Musée d'Oreille, something like that. It's in my pocket. I have to. I can. I'm very bad when it comes to my memory and words. I have to actually see words in order to say them in French. Okay, here it is. The Musée des Orsay. Okay, there we go. So now that I've butchered the French language, as always, you would think I was not taking classes, but I have to tell you, the classes are paying off because I can identify certain words, and when I'm reading it, I can understand it. At least I get the gist of it. And then my buddy, who is French, he strings me along and kind of give me like clues on how to say certain words. Okay, so Anthony says there is much going on there commemorating the 200th anniversary. You should look into that. I have one more full day here, and then I'm out. Then I'm heading to the south of France. So I will check around and see. But I know right here in this hotel, there's lots of photography. And Lisa says, you are far out. Yes, I am far out. Usually I am closer inland into the city. I'm usually in this. I've been in the ninth district. Okay, here, let me go to the maps. Okay, so you can see that. So you can see what I'm talking about on maps. Okay, here we go. Why did it change? Okay, okay, why did I change? Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so here we are. Let me get there. And okay, there we are. Is this the one I'm looking for? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so can you see this all? Can the class see this? Okay, so I am in Paris, and let me get there so that way I can show you where I am. Okay, there we go. I'm zeroing in, and what is great about Google Maps, again, I think I'm on Google Maps. I hope I am, and I have two maps opened, is that you can zero in and it gives you the districts. Okay, perhaps I'm in the wrong map. Maybe I got to open up the wrong one. Okay, it did have it up open a little while ago, but I am not in the airport. Okay, where am I? Okay, let me stop sharing this one, share another one. Okay, for some reason it seems that I am in the wrong place. Okay, one day I'm gonna have a producer. One day, one day that is like so good at this stuff. Um, why is this not? Okay, share screen again. Here we go. Share screen. Perhaps I was in the wrong one. I thought this was it. Okay, let me see. Okay, there we are. Okay, so you see here, it says 13 arrondissement, and that's the area. And then you have, I'm in the 14th, which is further down, which is my first time in this area. Usually I'm usually in this area because this is like the real, like in the heart of the city. But yesterday I spent my day here, all in this area. So I walked around. This is where Notre Dame is. Notre Dame is here, right on sorry, right here on this corner. So I spent my time in Notre Dame and went to a couple of restaurants in the area, walked around, walked across the bridge, walked over here, walked back, came across, went down this direction, went down to I think about here, then crossed over, and then made my way up this direction. So I spent yesterday in this area of town, and this is where I spent a lot of. This is where I got. This is where I was able to take a lot of photos and just everyday photos, just walking around the city. And but this is yeah, this is you see here. There's Notre Dame. You saw me go live. For some of you that saw me go live, I was in this area. And for those that don't know, that this island, pretty much these two islands, but this one, this is where Paris began. This is the original outline of Paris. Before Paris expanded, this little island in the middle of the scene is the original Paris. And this is all Paris used to be until it spread and spread. And now Paris is pretty much this circle. You can see this circle here. You see this circle? This is Paris. And this road goes around in a circle, and you can get off. It's like some of the highways in America, and you can get off. But these two roads wrap around the city. But Paris began right here. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, I say, let's see here. Since we're talking Paris, France celebrate. There we go. And Lisa says, "Oh, you are far. Yeah, I'm far out. I like 7 and 9. 9 is my favorite. I I used to stay in 9 a lot. Like I've been in 9 probably twice, and then I was in 6. I think it was 6 and 9, and now I'm in 14. And but they all have their own flavor. Like this is a business area. This is a very corporate business area. People are here. They come to this area to work. My buddy literally works in this area as well. This is the work area. So it's the business area, not the tourists. There are no tourists over here, which is what I like because as a photographer, I really don't want to focus on the tourists. I want to photograph people as they're living in their world. So, and then my buddy's going to take me to some places also. Um, Thank you, Space Cowboy Blue says good for you. Okay, thank you. Lisa says the third arrow. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it right. Try to say it. Arrondissement is a great food destination. The third. Um, I'll be heading after I leave you guys. I'm heading over to the Eiffel Tower area, and then I'm gonna try to catch this, photograph the sun setting and the golden and the blue hour with at the Eiffel Tower today. So I will go live if I can get a signal on YouTube live. I'm gonna start using my YouTube because the clarity is much better than Instagram. The Instagram looks very fudgy and it doesn't look good after you do your lives. Lives in the lives is okay, but after the lives, it looks horrible to replay on Instagram. Oh, that's a good question. I do not have that answer. I'm sure Google will give us that answer. Let me see. Siri, how much does an average photographer make in Paris? Okay, so I always got my little Siri here. She's always nesting. She's not the same she used to be, and she is not answering. There she is. She's never working. Like I miss the days of the good old Siri. Hi Siri. Hi Siri. What's the average income of a photographer located and working in Paris? And I might get an answer, I might not. Okay. The average photographer makes 39 and a half, so almost 40, almost $40,000. In entry positions earn up to 20 K, and experienced photographers make up to, in a regular salary job, 55K. And freelancers make different amounts between 200 per hour and 600 per hour. Okay, so there you have it. So there's money to be made here. I don't think it's like America, but also remember the salaries are lower here, and also the prices are lower here. Food prices. However, some of the places like today, I had lunch at the museum, which you know is always going to be higher prices. And but we did. My friends went to eat there, so I ate there. Okay. Here's some good. And I love the Q&A. If you have Q&A, and if I can answer it, I will do it. Lisa says, great museum. The ceiling, or say, is gorgeous. It is. And not only that, the clock is absolutely incredible. This museum used to be an old terminal for the subway, not subway, for the train station, not subway, train station. It was a terminal. And I see in the building also is Miss Classic G. Miss Classic C Gems is in the building. I see you. And Divine is in the building. She says, hey, Ron. Hey, everyone, she says. And Lisa says, um, did you see Notre Dame pre-fire? And if so, did they make an exact replica? I You want to hear something kind of eerie? Is the year of the fire is the year that I was in Notre Dame, and I climbed to the top, took amazing photos, and some beautiful sunset photos, and that I think I did that in September, and in December was the fire. I did not go inside of Notre Dame yesterday because the lines were ridiculous. It to me, I do not do it lines. I'm not a tourist person, a tourist by nature. I am not. And but what I did notice, the exterior was beautiful, and it looks pretty much the same. It just looks newer, if that makes sense. It looks like it's a replica, but I need to go back to my old photos and compare all of the notes. That's a good question, Lisa. But the lines were so long. And I was like, not me, not today. Anthony says, I like the third too, but it can get busy at times with folks visiting Le Marias. Le Marias? What is Le Marias? Okay, I figured that one out. Okay. Someone please, Anthony, tell me what that is. Um, Lisa says also, I took the metro to the Eiffel Tower was in Paris. I turned the corner after leaving the metro, and was it now my first time getting off the train was the same experience, Lisa. My first time here, I took the train. I think it was the number six. I always take I think it's the number six to the blue line or something like that. Anyway, I know that you come out the metro, you make a turn, and bam, you are in. You're like, wow. And I happened to see it during the blue hour, and so it was. It does the glamour. Sorry, the glimmers, the glimmering lights, and it was so. The first time I saw the Eiffel Tower, it really blew my mind. And like you said, As soon as you make this turn off the subway, I should say the metro, as soon as you turn off the metro, across the street is this. I know, it's on, no, it's on the same side of the street. Is the it's like a massive terrace where people like to gather to just observe the Eiffel Tower. So I'm going to be there live this evening to share that with you all. So you can have that in your to see if you haven't been here. You can see it on live tonight. I'll probably be on around the sunset is at 6:20. So I should be there around 6 o'clock. And so it's 5:26 now. I'm gonna not gonna stay to the very end. I'm gonna end like 15 minutes early, get back into the Uber, head there. I was gonna take the subway, but the Uber is much faster because I want to share it. And I want to be here with you. So I was like, no, I missed you guys yesterday. I said, you guys can understand because yesterday was the birthday. So that's why I missed yesterday. And it was nonstop. Um, hey, Kimmy Kim is in the building. She says, bonjour. And Anthony says, me too, Ron. I only stand in long lines to vote. That is it. I'm not standing in a long line. I'm just not made for it. Um, oh, really? Lisa, you were here also. Lisa, I was in Paris the week before the fire and said, I'll see it when I return. And then it burned. Yeah, that was shocking. Le Marais. Thank you, buddy. Le Marais. Okay, thank you. Lou Marais is the name of the neighborhood. And Loved by Above is in the building. Hello, it's so good to see you. So also, let me go back to the map here and I can share with you. So, whoops, that's the wrong map. There we go. Hold on. Let me go back to my map. Okay, so it looks like it was the Bing map that is. Okay, this is the Bing map. Okay, it's not this that gave the districts. Am I moving around? Let me see if I'm moving around properly here. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay. So again, the districts, um, I've been, like I said, I've been in the ninth and I've been in the sixth. But the Eiffel Tower is further north, and really everything you want is in this section. Like this section is where you want to be. If I may bring this up a little bit. Um, let's see here. And you have this here, the Mount T, and yeah, but this is the section where everything seems to be located. And now where is the Eiffel Tower? It's just near there. Okay, it was just near the Eiffel Tower. Okay, so let me put it here. I can put it in here. Eiffel Tower. It'll take me right there. It should take me there. No, I guess it doesn't. It doesn't pop up on the map. Okay. And yeah, so it doesn't put that in there. Okay. Okay. But anyway, let me pop that off. Does that make sense here for y'all? I see here, Jazzy says, good morning, beautiful people. And it is literally evening here. It is 5:30 in the evening here in Paris. It is a 6-hour time difference. And not like when I was in Lisbon, it was a 5-hour time difference. Jo anniversary, Ron. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I did. And so last night, my friends took me to a little chateau restaurant. Looked like it was in a chateau. And the food was very good, at least for me. unfortunately, my friend, she got food poisoning. So I was like, so today when we were at the museum, she could not eat because she had food poisoning, which is not cool, not cool at all. And so yeah, I was like, no, 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 that's not. I don't want food poisoning. And so that's where we are. So she could not hang out this evening. She's gone back to the hotel. Well, they have an apartment because she likes to stay in apartments. And any other questions before I get out of here because it is 5:30. I need to get to the other destination in a little bit. Any other questions? Again, for all you guys out there that sent me all the beautiful birthday wishes, they were wonderful. I appreciate all of them, and so many of you reached out yesterday. I was answering so many emails, and then what I did was I incorporated my YouTube channel's subscriber drive connected to my birthday, and guess what? People responded. We now have 855 subscribers. When I arrived in Europe, we had 828. So we have gained, sorry, I think 826. So we have gained several, some really cool followers and subscribers in the community. So we need to get to 1,000 so we can start getting more capabilities in the YouTube channel and on the YouTube platform. But I'm so glad. Last check, we're at now 855 subscribers, and I'm sure we'll continue to go up. I'm hoping to get to 900, and then and then hopefully move to 1,000 from there. But I do believe. Let me just check the numbers still. And but I made it part of my campaign. It's my birthday campaign. I mean, people are more apt to go to some place you have a link in when you're celebrating your birthday. So a lot of folks did do that, and it looks like we are now at 855 subscribers, targeting that 1,000 mark, so we can become um, get more of the bells and whistles that YouTube gives you as a platform, and that will help us as we grow this channel. Uh, and thank you. Devine says, "Woohoo! 855 subscribers. Yes, yes." And what did she have? Oh my gosh, it was good. I had some of it, but I did. I don't know if my son was upset, but my son was a little bit bubbly this morning, but nothing beyond. Yeah, I have a strong stomach for the most part, so she has a very weak stomach. And Kimmy Kim says those applauds. And yeah, so and a lot's going on in the news in the U.S. But the big news was the snowstorm. How many of you? I mean, I know I'm trying to get out of here on time. How many of you were snowed in? I mean, when Adrian sent me photos, and I think he just sent me more photos, and I said, "Send me photos. I want to see the photos." So yep, he just sent me a bunch of photos. Wow, look at all this snow. How many of you were socked in? I mean, you could not see out the door. I mean, the door, like, I mean, the snow was so much snow in Jersey. I heard that Staten Island got buried, and I heard Long Island got buried. Wait, I'm still at 38. What do you mean? Um, D- Divine says my cousin is snowed in Long Island, 20 plus inches in front of her door, in front of her house. Yes, I heard Long Island got something like 28 inches. I do believe some places. Kimmy Kim is she got all the snow and she's stuck in. I was surprised that they had the students go to school today, but I do understand because a lot of parents rely on school to take care of their kids. If the kids stay home, they have to have babysitters. That's the difference between being in a suburban life and being in a city life. Divine, I'm so glad I missed that snowstorm. I'm in North Carolina. Oh, that's right. No, you're in North Carolina, this Lisa. Yeah, yeah, 8:55, y'all. 8:55 is where we are. And I'm sure we'll get some more. I think what I'm hoping to get to 900 in this birthday drive to for more subscribers. But what I'm trying to do also is take a lot more pictures. I am also being more. I've created a new strategy in my Instagram stories. I'm trying to be in the moment when I'm in the moment and take pictures. But I am realizing I need to like post my stories a lot faster, like closer to the moment. So I'm working on getting that done. But I am now getting a system. My system is starting to come together. I have my little studio right here. If I have my glasses on, you can see if I had my I wonder, can my would this pick up my one? No, I'm not experimenting today. Nope, will not experience today. Hey, I see someone in the building. Christina is in the building. Hello, Christina, Christina is in the building. Are you Chad Elliott's cousin? Yes, I am. I am. I hope I'm not in trouble by being so. I'm hoping I'm not. I hope that's not a bad thing. Some people have contracts out. No, no. Let me be. Let me be fool. Let me stop being a fool. And Lisa says, and a lot of kids, that's their only food for the whole day at school. Yes, yes, yes. And Chris R says, good morning. So good to see you, Chris R. And again, if you're in the building, make sure you hit the likes. And if you're new to the building, make sure you hit subscribe. Subscribe. That's what we need for you to do is subscribe and be a part of our community. Um, he says, no, I recognize your beautiful voice. I know we sound a little bit alike, some people say. Mm, we're a nasally speaking family. We all speak from our sinuses, which is a bad thing. Like most people speak from their tongue and their mouth. Unfortunately, in our family, we're nasal speakers, nose speakers, speaking from the nose. And I am working on that. That's it. That's it. I am going to learn to speak slower now that I'm on the road and want to get better at this. So I said I will speak slower, think slower, because my brain is usually moving at lightning speed. So I need my brain and my mouth to link together so I can go at the same cadence, so I can articulate better. So we're working on that. Um, Omar says, my sis has to fly back to Staten Island because a tree fell on her house because of all the snow. My friend who's with me here in who lives in Delaware, but is here with me in Paris, celebrating my birthday. A couple of Delaware got hit hard. Delaware got hit hard and I've been watching the photos. And just also for all the folks that are out in Mexico, I know there's a lot of crazy warnings for those that are going to Mexico or are in Mexico. The drug cartel has shot several police and the government, and they're telling people to hunker down for all the travelers out there. Beware. But then I saw some other footage of, obviously Mexico is a huge place. So just because something's happening in one section of Mexico Doesn't mean the whole country's in a uproar and it's dangerous. So, but those in Mexico, keep your ears and eyes open to what's going on in your situation as you travel. As in, I'm not talking about the orange man. I'm resisting, but the rest of the world is dealing with the Epstein folks the way you're supposed to do it. There's resignations all over the globe, in Europe especially, um, that people are going to jail or resigning from their businesses or resigning from their positions. America looks very bad from the European side of point, or from the European side of this story. Americans are looking really bad. The American government, I should say, not the people, but the government. But the people put these people in place. So I'm not going down that road. I'm not going down that road. Okay, what time is it? Let me get myself out of here so I can go live for you guys at the Eiffel Tower. Um, Anthony says, "Oh wow, how's your sister otherwise?" And Omar. And no, oh no, Omar, oh no, Omar. So people are praying for Omar. Again, we're a community. We're not afraid to say that we pray for each other. We pray for each other. We look out for each other, and all that good stuff. And so we are going to keep Omar's sister in our prayers and thoughts, and we make sure that we do that. You see my little glamorous hotel room. At first, when I first came here, I was so tired. I was like, I didn't know what to make of this room, but it's grown on me, and now I get it. It's Hollywood glam. I get it. Okay, so okay. Any last questions before I head out of here? Before I get to the Eiffel Tower, so we can enjoy that time together? I am powering up. Okay, this is powered up. That's powered up. Is the phone powered up? Yeah, we got 100%. We're at 97. Okay, camera is ready. I think I'm ready to head out of this building, get to the Eiffel Tower, catch the sunset, and go live on YouTube. So if you are want to see this live, we'll be at the Eiffel Tower, and we will go live from the Eiffel Tower, and then take it from there. Tomorrow's another busy day. I have lots of photography that I've been shooting a lot of stuff. A lot of this stuff is never going to come out. This is definitely, it's not coming out anytime soon. But like I said, I'm going to do better on my stories. So that way I'm taking photos in the moment and just posting them. I am not worried about editing them any longer. I say, what's the point? What's the point? Just deliver some photos to our community. I'm here for you because a lot of people, and I'm going to close with this. There are several people in this community, and there are other people that have reached out to me, and they said, Ron, I am so proud of you that you have taken this step to do this. But they also say, Ron, I can't afford to do this. Ron, I don't have the health to do this. Ron, I just am not ready, or something is, have my family, I'm taking care of responsibilities. However, in all of these folks, they all said, we are living your journey with you. We're living vicariously through your lens. And so I am back on track of why I started my photography. My photography was to help people. What inspired me were senior citizens at church that were like, oh my gosh, you went to this place. I've been following you on Instagram and we love your photos and we're living there because we can't go there. We're living through your camera lens. So I am back to living my life and hoping to help others to enjoy these moments with all this technology I have to share my riding in the Ubers, to my interactions with people that you are experiencing this. So you get to live it through my eyes, and I consider that a blessing and a service to you. And on that note, I'm gonna leave you guys. I see some last minute notes here. Chris says, I'll see you there. Christina, it says, I will see you there. Um, Loved ones, loved by above says goodbye. Jazzy says, have an amazing time. And our wonderful divine right, our poet says, sending my love and prayers to your sister Omar. And then we also have people praying for Omar's sister. Kimmy says, enjoy and thanks. And Chris says, did you move on? I don't have a home. I'm a nomad. I don't have a home. I'm a nomad. That's why I changed my Instagram page to a nomadic photographer. And we're here to serve people. We're here to serve, and that's the purpose of life, to serve others. Kimmy says, "What time, Ron? The sunset is at 6:20, so I'm trying to get there about 6:10, 6:05. As soon as I get there, I will go live. Okay, so I'll see you in front of the Eiffel Tower in about roughly 30 minutes. Okay, my Uber has to get here and get me there. Okay, see you in a little bit. See you soon. Okay, later.